Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey with IGN, checking out a very early version of Wild West Online, the Old West MMO in development for PC. Now this is an interesting thing here. The developers were very kind enough to come to IGN's office recently and show off this early version. But I wanted to sit down here. I've got a few different clips. Hopefully they're in a playlist. Hopefully you'll be able to find them really easily if you're interested. Because the reason I'm here and not just putting these up is because this is a pre-alpha developer build of Wild West Online, and as such, there's basically no one in the game world. So I knew if I just put these clips up without any context, people would justifiably think, oh my goodness, this game is so boring, there is nothing in here and nothing to do. So I thought I took a bunch of notes from my demo with the developers. It was Stefan Bugaj was the name of the developer that gave me the demo that I spoke with, asked a bunch of questions. So here we're looking at we saw some gathering in the beginning of the clip. There is crafting in this. Now we're picking the lock. Now what you see there, that made a huge reputation hit at the bottom of the screen. -95 to your reputation. That is how you can become what effectively a black hat in this game, is by continuing to steal items and do bad things, and eventually your reputation will get horrible enough that they'll come after you. There'll be wanted posters. You will be sought after there. He spawned in a horse with a dev command, by the way. That's not just a bug. So there is horseback, and we're gonna go. We're gonna take a ride to a camp, and so you can see like this is a fairly pretty game, even at this early state. I did ask, so you can switch back and forth. You've already seen it in this video. You can switch back and forth between the first-person and third-person perspective. I asked about that with specific regards to the horseback riding, and they said they're thinking about maybe keeping horseback as third-person only, just because they said in testing it's pretty difficult to ride the horse in first person. There's the switching back and forth between first and third and hopping back on. So making our way here to the next objective, but as you can see, like there's nobody in here right now. It's pretty sparse because the game's not online publicly in any way, shape, or form yet. But it's a fairly pretty looking game, and I have to say, when I sat down to ask about this game with Stefan, he actually beat me to the punch on asking about the elephant in the room, which is obviously Red Dead Redemption 2. They said they're about a year into development, so heavily rumors were hot and heavy that Red Dead Redemption 2 was coming, and then of course it was announced last fall. And Stefan said we like westerns and that they're inspired by Westworld and the impending not coming to PC Red Dead Redemption 2. So which of course Red Dead 2 isn't announced for PC, so they figure they're gonna fill a niche here. And in fact, it may prove to be a very smart business move, which is to capitalize on the Western enthusiasm that Red Dead Redemption 2 may very well generate. In fact, there's a very, very good chance it will, because it's a AAA caliber Rockstar production. And we know what their games their open world games in particular, tend to be very, very popular. Of course, if Rockstar decided to put out a PC version, then these guys might conversely have a huge problem getting anybody to play Wild West Online. For much more on Wild West Online, be sure to keep it tuned right here to IGN.